Hello everyone, I am Debashish and with me is Shomik Chakraborty. As you know by now that Indian team suffered their most embarrassing defeats in recent times against South Africa, losing the second test match here in Guwahati by 408 runs, and with it they were whitewashed in the test series, losing both the test matches. In this video we are going to analyze the 5 talking points in the series loss that India suffered. Shomik, what would be the first point according to you?
Shall we start from the very beginning?
Absolutely.
That is the number one obsession with the Eden Garden speech. The problem started from there. Number one, Eden Garden speech. Sujan the curator. He planned to water the surface at least one day, at least until one day before the match. But the Indian team turned up and they asked for a request. It was, it was not like there was any altercation or anything. It was a request that they wanted a designer pitch. They wanted a drier pitch. And because they wanted a drier pitch, what happened? Sujanda agreed because the national team was playing. It is not like a franchise league or anything. So Sujanda agreed and watering was stopped. What happened? The Eden Garden speech became a minefield, especially at the High Court end. You saw how, batting became almost impossible. So, sort of, India shot themselves in the foot. So, that is to start with. If they were not so obsessed with the pitch and would have played on a normal Eden Garden surface, India had a better chance, because once it was such a Bunsen, the game became a lottery. And to make matters worse, India lost the toss. They have been losing tosses for fun. They have already defied the probability theory, even irrespective of who is the captain, Shubman Gill, Rishabh Pant, everyone is losing the toss. I don't know what is the remedy for this, but then India, once they, lost the toss, they started to chase the game. So that obsession, and they batted in the fourth innings on that pitch. 100, although
124 was chaseable.
Yes. Even Gautam Gambhir came at the post-match press conference and said 124 was chaseable. But he questioned the technique, temperament, and the ability to handle pressure of this batting unit.
Obviously, the second point, if we go back to that Eden Gardens test, was the injury to Shubman Gill. Means with him missing the test match and the series, it was a big setback for India. Shomik, do you reckon that had Shubman played in that Eden Gardens test match, means we lost by 30 runs. I'm not saying that Shubman, India could have won that test match had Shubman played, but obviously he's the captain, he's one of your premier batter. How big a blow was Shubman not playing that test match, in fact, being ruled out of the series?
Big blow. He is not only the captain, he is the team's best batsman. So, I personally believe if Shubman were playing in that test match, especially in the first innings, India would have won the test match. Because there would have been a couple of partnerships of 30-35 runs around him, and that would have been enough. So, I won't say India missed Shubman Gill in the second innings, because irrespective of you are playing with 10 men and irrespective of Shubman was absent, 124 should have been chased down. You are playing, Gautam Gambhir and company overloaded the team with all-rounders and they had batsmen until number 8. So 124 should have been chased down in the second innings, but first innings, it was very, very crucial. If Shubman were around and a couple of 30 odd run partnerships would have taken India's lead well past 70, and that would have been a match winning lead on that surface. So India missed Shubman Gill in the first innings of the first test. Coming to Guwahati for the second test, I don't think India missed Shubman Gill, because India knew all along after the day Shubman Gill was admitted to the hospital in Calcutta, we broke the story, and after he was discharged, he was never going to play the second test. BCCI delayed the announcement, but he was never going to play the second test, and I broke the story that Pant was informed by the by the team management. Sunday Shubman was discharged. Indian team left. Indian team did a practice session on Tuesday, right? And
Right.
Wednesday they left Calcutta for Guwahati. And on Wednesday, on last Wednesday basically, the team informed
Rishabh
Rishabh
Pant.
to get ready for the big job. So they knew all along Shubman was not going to play, and they should have prepared for that. What they missed, instead of, I mean, they brought in Shai Sudarshan. But Sai Sudarshan was never going to be a proper replacement for Shubman Gill. And still, all said and done, on that Guwahati pitch, on that ACS Stadium pitch, it was a fantastic pitch. If I am to rate that pitch, I will give it 10 out of 10. Brilliant pitch. The match going into the final day and the results coming. Brilliant pitch. Fast bowlers getting running through a side. 6 wickets for Marco Jansen. Simon Harmer bagging a 5-4 in the second innings. So it was a fantastic pitch. Brilliant pitch. India were not equipped. India are not good enough. Irrespective of pitch, this Indian batting lineup is not good enough. So from that point of view, you might say that Shubman would have been better. But in a home test, even if Shubman were absent, it's not an excuse. Like the Gautam Gambhir saying, transition, it is also not an excuse.
Obviously,
for a home
my
test.
third point is talking about selection. And for any team to be successful, you need to pick the best possible 11, and that has not been the case. We saw it in Kolkata, where the team management preferred to go in with 4 spinners, which was, I would rather say that it was 1 too many. Here on this wicket, you playing a Nitish Kumar Reddy, where they should have easily played a batsman in Devdutt Padikkal, or may have gone in with an Akashdeep, a genuine fast bowler. Your thoughts on how the team management has messed up as far as the playing 11 is concerned?
Absolutely. See, at the press conference yesterday, Gautam Gambhir said we have to prioritize Test cricket. And don't read into what people are doing in white ball cricket. If someone is scoring a 70 ball 100, don't start going gaga over him, because you have to judge a player based on how he is doing in red ball cricket. Fine. But why are you contradicting yourself? You are talking about Test cricket being sacrosanct, Test cricket being sacred, but you are playing T20 cricketers in that setup. Nitish Kumar Reddy, I think he probably has played his last test for India. I don't see him playing for India at least in a long time, because he is not good enough. I mean, it's Nitish Kumar Reddy in Test cricket. It's a travesty. So Akshar Patel is a brilliant white ball cricketer. He should not be anywhere near the Test team. He is not a Test cricketer. Like others, Dhruv Jurel, good player, backup wicket keeper. I mean, the story should end at that. He can never be at number 4. I mean, unbelievable. So from that point of view, what happened? You are contradicting yourself, and you are playing T20. As you rightly said, Devdutt Padikkal was there as a specialist batsman. If they would have wanted to play a specialist fast bowler, Akashdeep was there, and there was no bar in bringing on someone from outside. If they have felt that there is an overload of left-handers in the batting lineup, they could have brought anyone, be it Rituraj Gaikwad, be it Sarfaraz Khan, whoever it is. I mean, they could have brought in anyone from outside, and it has happened in the past. So from that point of view, selection was poor. First of all, rightly, Akshar Patel was, bringing on Akshar Patel in the first test, 1 spinner too many, and here Nitish Kumar Reddy bowled 10 overs. And the way he batted,
Both innings, the manner in which he got out.
The manner which got out and the way he batted is unbelievable. I mean, that was not test class, to be precise. Selection is one part. Another part is that the batting order. You played Washington Sundar at number 3 in Sai Sudarshan's absence. I mean, he was dropped in the first test. At number 3, he was the only batsman to play more than 50 balls in both innings on a minefield. And what did you do in the second test when the pitch was good? You brought in Sai Sudarshan and dropped him and demoted him to number 8. You are making everyone insecure.
Right.
This is instability and you are making everyone insecure. So from that point of view, both team selection and choosing the right batsman for the right slot, India are both in the strategic part, and as we have already spoken, that is the player's fault, the execution part on the field.
Relating to the third point, obviously we must talk about the strategic part. Means be it BCCI, be it the Indian team management, the support staff, or rather Gautam Gambhir. Where did the board, or rather Gautam Gambhir and his support staff, go wrong as far as strategy is concerned?
First of all, South Africa, over the last fortnight or so, South Africa beat India in this series in every aspect of the game. Every aspect, strategic part, on the field planning, off the field planning, execution, everything. South Africa were better prepared. They went to Pakistan, played a 2-test series. Second test they won, and as their coach Shukri Conrad said, that it gave the side immense confidence.
Absolutely.
And what the Indian team was doing, they are playing 3 inconsequential ODIs in Australia, followed by 5 T20s. What business did they have to take Shubman Gill to an inconsequential white ball series? Shubman Gill should have stayed, could have rested up. He has been playing non-stop cricket. He is playing every format, and he should have prepared himself mentally. See, for a bowler, it is not. For a batsman, it is even tougher to make the switch from the shorter format to the longest format, because it is about mentality. T20 cricket, when Shubman Gill didn't play here, unfortunately he got injured. But if you are playing, his turnaround time was 3 days, right? So 3 days is not an adequate preparation unless you are respecting Test cricket. Test cricket will come back to bite you. Here, no quarter is given and none asked for. It is not popcorn cricket. You won't get away with shortcuts. Simple. So, to start with, that preparation part, you did wrong. Team combination, you did wrong. Planning, you did wrong. Everything. Even on the field planning. Third day, first session, not starting with Bumrah from one end. That was a tactical blunder. Although Gautam Gambhir defended the decision. So everything combined, South Africa were far better, and they thoroughly deserved their 2-0 series win.
And finally, the last point on which we are going to discuss is Simon Harmer. And obviously, who would have thought that before the start of the series that someone called Simon Harmer might just rattle the Indian batters, registering 17 wickets from the series, being the man of the series. Do you think that obviously did the Indian batsman made Simon Harmer look the bowler he is, or it was his brilliance that outwitted the Indian batters?
Or with all due respect to Simon Harmer came to India in 2015, right? And then he went AO, signed a Kolpak deal and went to play county cricket.
Yes.
So he left international cricket. And yesterday he said, I never thought I would ever come back to international cricket again. See, Simon Harmer, with all due respect, he is not an A-lister as far as off-spin bowling is concerned. He is no Muralitharan or Saqlain Mushtaq or Nathan Lyon or Graham Swan. So I'm not going into the A-listers. If you look at the second rung or the third rung, occasionally off-spinners have troubled India in Indian conditions. If you go back to 1977-78, John Bresswell, New Zealand off-spinner, they troubled, even that team had massive players against Spain, but John Bresswell troubled him. Along the way, we have seen players like Sean Udall in 2006 at Bombay, and after that,
Jason Kreza in Nagpur.
Jason Kreza in Nagpur,
Murphy.
Todd Murphy. But those were one-off games. Simon Harmer caught Indian batting in a spin wave for a series, and it laid bare the tattered fabric of the current Indian test batting. They don't have the technique. They don't use their feet. They don't have, and also, if you have that gumption, you can make up for the shortcomings. You have to be lion-hearted. You have to be a fighter. India in this series didn't have a stomach for a fight.
Absolutely. On that note, we will end this video here. We just talked about the 5 points, what we felt that was the reason behind India's shambolic performance in the Test series, losing the series 2-0 to South Africa. Let us know what are your views. What do you think? Do you agree with our points, or you would rather love to add any points? Do let us know in the comment section. So that's it for now. I am Debashish, and with me is Shomik Chakraborty signing out from Guwahati for the last time. Until another video, keep watching this space to get all the updates throughout our coverage of sports. Please see you.
And hopefully you have enjoyed our coverage.